So today's stuff is 6-5, so 6-5, creating proportions. So creating proportions. So first of all, just kind of like, what is that word proportions? And I'm going to define proportions this way. It's a statement, but it's a statement as far as a mathematical statement goes.
Wait, so tomorrow we have the quiz and
That two ratios are equal. So a statement that two ratios are equal. And another word that they use instead of that equal is we're creating proportions, this right here. So they also could say that they are proportional. So, or proportional. And for my example then, what I'm talking about then is a proportion is going to be something like 1 over 2 equals 3 over 6. Nicely done. 1 over 2 equals 3 over 6. Because both of those equal 1/2, or both equal 0.5. And want to just kind of do one example, and then we're done for the day. So my example 1 then, so I'm going to say fill in the table with equal ratios. So fill in the table with equal ratios. And this is review. If I have a table, and I'm going to say my top row is the number of people, and my bottom row is the number of pieces of pizza. So pieces of pizza. And I'm going to say if you have 3 people, they're going to eat 10 pieces of pizza. Ooh. Do you see a problem with my title? Should it be equal ratios?
no, it should be equal rates.
Nice. So really it should be rates. And for those that are kind of like, huh? It has to be rates because our units are different. We have people in the top of the fraction or the top of the and pieces of pizza in the bottom. And unless you're cannibalistic, you don't eat people and pizza. So okay, all right. Then if my next cell in my data table is a 20, so down below I have a 20, top has to be 6. Nice. So multiply 10 by 2 to get 20, so you have to multiply 3 by 2 to get 6. If on top my next number is a 12, then my denominator has to be 40. So if you have 12 people, it's going to take 40 pieces of pizza to feed them. I'm going to throw another number in the bottom, so if I have a 5 in the denominator, if I have 5 pieces of pizza, that'll feed how many people? 1.5. And for that, the way I'm doing it, I'm guessing this is probably how Jaden got it so fast, is saw that and divided by 2. We did? Okay, nice. That you don't always have to take the number right in front of it. You could go back to that initial one. Say, all right, I'm dividing by 2 to get each of those. Then the very last one, if you were to buy 100 pieces of pizza, it would feed 30 people. And you really could use any of them to find that 100, as long as they're all true. You could have gone, well, 20 times 5 gives me 100, so 6 times 5 gives me 30. You could have done 5 times 20 gives me 100, so 1.5 times 20 gives me the 30. You could do 10 times 10, so 3 times 10. You could use any of those different numbers to fill it in. Okay, so that's review. That's the skill you'll have for this quiz that's coming up. Now, the writing a proportion would be this. If you'll get some questions that say, write 3 proportions from the table. So you could say 3 over 10 equals any of the other numbers. So if I did 3 over 10, I could do 6 over 20. That's kind of the normal way people will do it, so 6 over 20. But that's going to be one proportion. Or you could pick 3 over 10 equals, what's another one you could do? Yep, nice, 30 over 100. Or the last proportion I'm going to throw down, you're welcome to do your own. You could say 12 over 40 equals, nice, 1.5 over 5. You could take really any of these. You could say that equals that. You could say this one equals that one. You just take any 2 and set them equal to each other, because all those vertical columns should be equal if we did the math right.